Well, hello, Community Bible Church. It's Pastor Joel Hastings. And I want to say thank you for watching here. If you have been a regular subscriber to our channel, then you know that about a year ago, I was doing a study called A Verse a Day through the book of 1 John. And then I abruptly stopped and I never said why. And honestly, it was just a simple thing where I was going to take a week off and then come back into it. But then I just never got into it again. And you probably understand that. Life gets in the way and obligations have grown, church has grown, and I never quite got back into that. So today, I'm trying to get back into that. Now, full disclosure, it will not be every single day that I make a video. I will make a video just as often as I can, though. And so what you should do is, if you haven't, like this video, subscribe to our channel, and then also hit that bell button. And if you hit that bell button, it will also give you a notification for whenever we put out a video, and so you can make sure that you don't even miss one of these as I put them out just sporadically throughout the week here. And so for the book of 1 John that we're going through, let me remind you, we got all the way through 1 John 4:18, and so if you want to pause that video and go back and read through some of that would be a wonderful idea. You can also go back and watch some of the previous videos, but just to get you caught up real quickly here is that it was talking about the idea that we need to abide in God, a common theme in the book of 1 John. And then how we do that is by abiding in love. And it talks about how love is able to perfect us as well there. And so we need to go back and abide in God, which means that we need to go back and abide in love. And that's the defining factor for a Christian. And so then we come to 1 John 4:19, which simply says, "We love because he first loved us." What a beautiful verse that is, right? Short and sweet and simple. We love because he first loved us. Now, there is a couple questions though with this verse. Is number one, who do we love? Because some of the translations, if you're reading King James, it will essentially say something like, we love God because he first loved us. And you probably know that way because that's how I memorized it as a child. Other translations, I believe the New Living Translations, will say, we love others because he first loved us. And so the question is, who is that talking about? Who are we supposed to love? Is it God or is it other people? And I think the easy answer is yes. We're supposed to love God and we're supposed to love others, essentially, as we know that God is love, and so you cannot distinguish that type of love. And so for us as well, we are supposed to be people of love, that we are supposed to love God and we are supposed to love others as well. Interestingly enough, though, in the Greek, that word for love here is going to be in the present tense, which means that it is actually an ongoing thing. And it's not supposed to be like, oh, I love that individual last week whenever he was going through a hard time, and now I've checked it off the list. But rather, in the Greek, a present tense verb is going to be something that denotes a continual action. So it really is the idea is that we're going to keep on loving because God has first loved us. Because he has sent his son to die for us, because he came to earth, and because he paid that ultimate sacrifice, then what's our response is simply to go back and keep on loving and loving and loving him, and then also other people as well. I use this illustration on Sunday, but I like it, and I think it fits here, is that a little while ago, whenever I'm making this video at least, there was a lunar eclipse. And that lunar eclipse, it started out with a full moon, and that moon was beautifully reflecting the light of the sun back to earth. And so even though it was dark, it was a very bright night because that bright moon was shining forth. But then as the world started to get in the way of the moon, it started to distract or deflect some of that light. And so then the moon was not able to reflect the light back to the earth. And this is a beautiful picture of what it means to be a Christian, because as Christians, we are called simply to reflect the love of Christ. It's not our original love. It's nothing good that we had in and of ourselves, but rather we are called to reflect the light of Christ back to the earth. But what the problem often arises is when we let the world get in the way, when we let our worldly passions get in the way, when we let the flesh, the lust of the eyes, the lust of the pride of life, and all of those things which 1 John has already talked about here, then because of that, then it diminishes how much we are able to show love for each other. So we need to make sure that we have that direct line to the Son, that we get the love of Christ from a direct relationship with him, and so that we can love God better and we can also love each other better as well here. So that's what I have for you guys. Welcome back, and we'll be making more videos, so make sure you like and subscribe us, but have a blessed day.